Welcome to Hit or Miss. Today we're taking a look at Spy X Family Code White. Now, I just came back from watching a movie, and I have to say, this is the easiest hit or miss that I have ever recorded. This film is it's perfect. I literally have nothing to complain about for this movie. It is phenomenal in every aspect that I can't even begin to describe in words. So for those that do not know, Spy Family does have an anime as well as a manga, and it's not its own separate entity where if it's like its own consolidated movie, just like Suzume or Your Name or any other standalone anime movies. There is actually an anime that goes along with this movie. But this movie in its own right, as far as I recall, it's not actually even canon to the story. I could be wrong on that. I'll put a correction on here if it is. But last I checked, it wasn't canon to the actual story. It's just its own separate thing. Pretty much just like how My Hero Academia has a bunch of movies that come out and they don't have anything to do with the actual real story. It's kind of like filler. That's essentially what this movie is, from what I recall. But even with that being said, it doesn't change anything about how good this movie is. On top of that, even if you've never seen Spy Family, you could watch this and it would be fine. It is an enjoyable movie that doesn't really rely on much knowledge of the entire anime or the manga to actually really enjoy the movie, because they'll still give you an introduction of who the characters are. Again, this movie doesn't have anything that pertains to the actual main story of the actual anime, so you're not really missing out on much if you haven't seen the anime. Now, do I recommend watching anime? Of course. I think it's great. I think it's a really good anime. But going back to the movie, phenomenal. I have enjoyed the entire experience watching it. The animation, the characters, voice acting, you name it, it's all phenomenal. I just had such a great time. It was one of those... It's one of the few movies that, because I barely go to the movie theaters. I don't really make an exception unless it's for anime. So this is like my yearly anime review. Last year I did Suzume, and I think I did one other movie that was an anime, but for the most part I don't really go to movie theaters, let alone when I do go, it's typically for an anime movie. So this is like my one anime movie of the year. So typically when I go, I hope that it's going to be something worthwhile, and this was definitely worth it. It was so worth it to the point that I would be willing to go to the theaters to watch it again. That's how good it was. That's how much I fucking enjoyed it. Like, there's really not much for me to say about this movie other than it's great and that I recommend that you should watch it. Like, it's a hit. I'm already telling you that now. Like, I'm not even doing a review, but it's a hit. Like, this movie makes sure as well too that every character has their moments. Anya, Yor, Lloyd, every single person, Bond, everybody has their own moments, and everyone gets a chance to shine, and it doesn't feel like that anyone was sidelined or that you're wishing that there was more of one character but you only got this. No, everybody had their time to shine in this movie, and it was so enjoyable. So you're a Lloyd fan? Guess what? You got a fuckload of Lloyd scenes. Oh, you're a Yor fan? You got a fuckload of Yor scenes. Oh, you're a fan of them both? Guess what? You're in a treat for the whole fucking movie because, of course, they're the main characters. But you get what I'm saying. Anyways, the animation was top notch. The choreography, the fight scenes, I don't really know what to say other than just keep gushing over it. It has slice of life. It has action scenes. It has mystery parts. I really don't know what to say other than this movie is fucking amazing. If I had to give it a rating, 10 out of 10. Like I said earlier, this is one of those movies where I would definitely go back again, and I would even buy a Blu-ray of this. That's how much I enjoyed it. Like, it just gives you good feelings watching it. You just feel happy. If your day fucking sucks, watch that movie. I guarantee your day will be better after you're done with it. You can bring your whole family. You can go by yourself. You can bring somebody with you. No matter what, you will enjoy this film. I fucking guarantee it. That's how much I really enjoyed it. And it's very rare for me to say that, because if you've ever seen any of my previous reviews, typically there's things that I might not like. You know, no matter how much I might love something and I can be biased towards something, I still try to be as objectively fair as I can. But this movie really doesn't have any flaws. It doesn't have any issues. It's really just, if you're a Spy Family fan, or you're just someone who thinks it looks cool and you've never seen anything at all, I think you will genuinely enjoy it. Again, the music's great, the choreography, animations, all the characters had proper screen time. There was, development, an actually interesting narrative. It was just great, dog. Now, without going into spoilers, I'll give you a quick summary of what the narrative is for the movie in case you haven't watched any trailers. I didn't really watch any except for like the initial one, and then I just went into it blind and said, all right, I'm just going to go in, hope that is good, and it was good. But the narrative for this movie is the Forger family goes on a vacation, if you will, because they are trying to sit there and figure out how to make a recipe for Anya's class project so that she can get a stellar. And so for the recipe that they're going to need, Lloyd sets up a family trip, or a family vacation, if you will, where they go far away to a different location, and they are trying to find this meal so that they can sit there and replicate it when they go back home, and so that Anya can get a stellar. That is pretty much the premise of it. Again, I'm not going to go too far into the details and spoil anything, but it was a fun story. I actually really enjoyed it. There wasn't anything that really caught me off guard. Like, oh my God, I didn't see this coming. But that's not why I watch the show. I just watch it because I love all the characters. I just love the story in general. It's a feel good vibe. It has a lot of everything. Pretty much no matter what side of the anime world that you are on that you like, it will satisfy you in some way, shape, or form. It has a bit of everything in it. And again, I just can't rave about this movie enough. Again, this movie is definitely a hit. I recommend you go watch it in theaters. This isn't something I would say wait for streaming platforms. And depending on how well this movie does, it might take even longer to come to streaming services. But yeah, Spy X Family, Code White, amazing movie. Definitely my favorite movie of the year so far. Yeah, you made this far into the video. Consider giving a like, subscribe to the channel. Let me comment what you think. Have a great day. Yeah.